Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Thursday. Okay, guys, so we're getting ready to go on tomorrow for our hot, messy topics. And today, if you joined us for our Real Housewives of Beverly Hills recap on our main channel, well, then, hey, thank you guys so much. But in the meantime, we have lots to talk about, lots to discuss, especially when it comes to the summer house of it all, Carl Radke, Winter House crossovers, and Lindsay Hubbard. We're going to break into all of it. But go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, and let's jump right in.
Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it. Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it.
Okay, guys, so I wanted to talk about this first. Carl Radke and Lindsay Hubbard openly avoided each other at the Winter House premiere party. Now, this came from realityt.com, but they said it was inevitable that Carl and Lindsay would have to cross paths due to their professional commitments and the fact that they filmed Summer House and Winter House together. At least they had done so until this point. As such, the formerly betrothed couple both appeared at the Winter House season 3 premiere party this week. It was the first time that they were spotted in the same vicinity together since their split. One could only imagine how awkward that was, but rather than having to conjure up the situation, a few guests at the event shared what they saw to celebrity news outlets. Sources describe Carl and Lindsay as being definitely off. Sources exclusively told Page Six that Lindsay and Carl were openly avoiding each other all night. Luckily, there were enough guests in more than one room to position in. From what sources said, Carl managed to avoid his ex by arriving early and leaving shortly after. That was after Lindsay arrived. A first in, first out scenario. They certainly did not join the party together, but they said, per the source, Carl arrived first and Lindsay about an hour later. Now, the former Loverboy VP of sales socialized comfortably, but when Lindsay appeared, he went to another room. Carl did some rounds before Lindsay arrived, but it was very low energy. I'd say they were openly avoiding each other. Again, per the source, Lindsay's star shined quite a bit brighter. Witnesses noticed a difference on her energy between her and also her relationship with Carl. But according to another source, whereas the professional publicist came in for hugs and pictures with the rest of the cast, Carl was definitely off and very somber. The first source spoke again to reveal that Carl left shortly after Lindsay arrived, and the source suggested that the would be bride was not informed that her ex fiance would be at the event. Now, as for the new season of Winter House, it was filmed while Lindsay and Carl were still a couple, though they did not star in it. It's the first season that will mix a bunch of Bravo celebrities, and it's promising to bring a bunch of fun and drama. But wait. Kyle Cook also had something to say about this, and I wanted to share that. So, according to Reality Blurb, Kyle Cook was talking about if Carl Radke regrets calling off the engagement, his last text to Lindsay, and if they'll reunite on Summer House. Plus, he shaded Craig and Austin and talks Corey and Sam. So Kyle Cook appeared on Tuesday's episode of Watch What Happens Live, where he answered a series of questions about the August split between Carl and Lindsay. Now, following the premiere of Winter House Season 3, Kyle reacted to Carl calling off the engagement and detailed his last text with Lindsay, while also throwing some shade at Southern Charm stars Craig and Austin, weighing in on the longevity of Corey and Samantha, and sharing who he thinks Paige gossips about the most. It's got to be a housewife, and I probably don't know their name, is what he said on the October 24th episode. Now, after striking up a romance during the 7th season of Summer House, Corey and Sam appear to be going strong, which I don't think so based off of the hookup coming up with Malia. And when asked about the relationship, Corey suggested they are a good match. I thought that they were going the distance, even though they're long distance, but we'll see. Now, as for his comments about the Southern Charm cast, Kyle poked fun at Craig after being asked to name the qualities that make him a loser. He kind of has this one pinky that's kind of a loser. It just kind of dangles from that knife fight that he had with himself. And he doesn't like to clean, as we all know, and he's still a little too far away from Paige. He then moved on to Austin, sharing what he believes makes him a panty dropper. Ugh, I mean, he's tall. That's probably what it is. It's really one height. See, I told you guys. As the question turned to Carl and Lindsay, Kyle was asked about whether they'd ever star alongside one another on a future season of Summer House. And he said, I'd like to hope so, because it would be a shame if our little run came here to an end. Kyle also shared his last text to Lindsay. I text her to follow up just saying, "Hey, I'm here for you. I feel bad. How can I help?" I think she just said thank you. And then I saw her not too long after that. But although Kyle and Carl are close friends, Kyle said that he was given no notice of the split before it happened. I didn't think he would have been, to be honest with you, at all. I don't think Carl knew he was actually calling it off until the very conversation was being had. So I didn't catch wind of that being the outcome until after the fact. It was that much kind of in the moment. It's a very tough topic. It was me rooting for them, even though I saw the cracks in the foundation. But according to Kyle, he was not surprised by the split due to what he was privy to, but he felt badly about the heartbreaking situation. Calling off a wedding is probably harder than proposing, so I did not think that it might actually happen because it's so drastic. So that kind of gives you a sense of the current state. I had a front row seat, but despite that, I was still surprised. As for how much Carl regrets breaking off their engagement, Kyle gave a clear cut answer: zero. Carl does not regret it. Now, I wouldn't have thought that Carl would have regretted it, especially after all of this. And, who knows what was going on? There was so much speculation and so many rumors saying that Carl called off the engagement because he got another woman pregnant. That was one of them. Carl called off the engagement because she was an alcoholic. That was another one of them. Carl called off the engagement because his mom told him to do so. That was another one of them, fueled by a podcast done by Captain Lee. Who actually knows? But I think at this point, it's not so important to sort of figure this out. I think that they're adults. They're going to run into each other. They're Bravo Lebs. They're going to see each other at BravoCon, by the way. And with the shady questions on Watch What Happens Live, that there are going to be shady questions geared towards their former relationship. That's going to happen, or there's going to be fan questions that are either planted, or they're going to let the fans ask the questions that are going to be geared to their relationship, towards also their end of their engagement and their marriage. These things are going to come up. They are going to play out, and it's just a matter of time. I'm telling you, next week in Vegas for BravoCon, it's going to be an absolute shit show. It's going to be a melee and a free-for-all. I also told you guys that if you guys are members on the main channel, I am going to be posting a lot about this. So guys, get ready for that, because for our members only, I'm going to be live streaming, putting a lot of the behind the scenes up. You're not going to want to miss it. But in the meantime, I just want to say thank you guys for joining us. We are going live tomorrow for Hot Messy Topics, I believe at 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. So I will post that in the community tab. That's going to be with Kim from Bravo Breaking News. And also comment below and let me know what you think. I love you guys. We'll see you next time.